Dear parents and students, greetings once again. We are due to commence the summer vacation. Yes, under very special circumstances. While we are encouraged by the loosening of the lockdown measures, we will, I am sure, for self-care and the care of others, take sufficient precautions during this time. The precautions we need to take are the very first point I wish to speak to you about. Why will we take these precautions? We take these precautions for our own health safety, for the health safety of our immediate family, and because we have a moral responsibility to society to work towards the health safety of each person in the society. Until such time when all persons can be vaccinated against this virus, we need to continue to follow these precautions. Please bear with me as I remind you about what these are. I do so as an educator. I am doing this for the safety of you, our students, and the families of our students. This is education. We need to practice these behaviors until they become a habit, so that when we have to come to school, we will follow these and keep everyone as safe as possible. Please remember that schools will reopen in one form or another before even a vaccine is available, and much before we can be assured that everyone has been vaccinated. So learning this is of vital importance. Let this be our first holiday assignment. The first rule says that we should be aware of our own personal health condition, and if we either have a fever or a cold or a recurring cough, we should not go out of our home. Thus, I request each family to which our students belong to commence taking our body temperatures daily when we get up in the morning. Generally, the normal body temperature ranges from 36 to 37 degrees centigrade. We are advised that if our body temperature is 38 degrees centigrade or more, we should rest. Please note that when schools do open, taking this body temperature for all students at the beginning of the day before entering the school will never be possible, as it will result in long lines for long periods of time outside the school, which is a danger in itself. The school will check the temperature of visitors who will come to the school during the day, but we expect each child to be checked by his parents. Secondly, as we travel, it is very important that we wear a mask. There are two reasons why we need to wear a mask. Firstly, because as we move out of our homes, we are surrounded by a number of people, and a slight cough or sneeze contains droplets, and we need to keep these off our faces. Also, we might do the same, and we want to keep others safe. Secondly, we naturally touch our faces very often, and this is in normal times very good. But because of this virus, when we are in public places, we touch many other things, and there may be virus-infected surfaces which our hands touch. And so we need to keep our faces safe from our hands. Of course, when you return home, your house is well cleaned, and you do not need to wear your mask. Please note that unless you are wearing a washable mask, the disposable mask must not be used more than once and must be binned. Please prepare your own mask, making a mask out of your handkerchief, but wash it daily. You could also prepare your own homemade visor. This is a plastic face guard. This is convenient to use when you must interact with people, but when you also need to talk. Wearing a mask over a long period of time is also very uncomfortable. But these visors must only be used in safer locations. I use it in school these days when I move around checking out things around the school. Next, while we must touch many objects and persons in the course of our daily lives, we are advised to try and let these touches be as limited as possible. The reason again is the realization that any surface we touch may have droplets of the virus, and we could get them onto our hands and on our faces, where they access our system very easily. Thus, please do not sneeze or spit. These are virus-spreading activities and are a danger at these times. Please make it a habit of touching your face only with a handkerchief. So please carry a handkerchief with you always and wash the handkerchief every day. We need to wash our hands on entering home, school, etc. Please carry, in addition to your handkerchief, a small personal hand towel. Using public hand towels is not safe. Please wash the hand towel every day and carry a fresh hand towel with you every morning. Carry a small personal hand sanitizer bottle with you in case there is no washing facility, and to be used specially before you eat something. Keep physical distance from people, especially non-family members. We do so as we cannot be fully sure that people or even ourselves are carrying the virus, and we want to keep everyone safe. So please do not crowd around people. So kindly practice these behaviors well during this month and encourage all those around you to do the same. Young people, when you do this, you teach the world. While the school will be directed by the government concerning the opening of classes in July or whenever, we already know that the CBSE exam students will be coming to the schools to complete their examinations in July. There have been many ideas being suggested about the reopening of the classes in school. This is being considered as it is natural and healthy for children to have a school life and to interact with their peers. While parents will always make the decision regarding their children attending schools, schools will reopen sooner or later. I am preparing the school for reopening possibly in July, with possibly 1/3 of the students attending the classes on a rotational basis. Please remember, I'm not saying that this will happen, but I need to be prepared for all possibilities. This will enable us, if we come as a smaller group, better physical distances between us while education takes place. In such a scenario, face-to-face classes will occur simultaneously with online classes. Thus, the school is getting the infrastructure ready, the Tata Class smart boards, internet linked to enable Google Classroom to run, with the access to the whiteboard and the resources from Tata Class Edge and other resources which the teachers may add. I once again commend our outstanding teachers for learning how to teach in a new way and continuing to learn to teach better in newer circumstances. Students and parents, the efforts of the teachers and their work have to a large extent been hidden from you. You only see the result of all the labor and possibly match the same with commercial companies who offer varied services. I am very proud of our teachers. They have done well and continue to do wonderfully well to keep our commitment to you, to teach you, our students, in spite of all the restraints and circumstances. I request parents to help facilitate access to online education. The markets are opening, and simple ways we can have better access to online services become available. If your child's only access to a large screen is the television at home, please learn how most smartphones can be connected to the TV. The older models of TV can be connected using a small accessory which offers Comcast or such ways of connecting to devices. Those who can afford tablets and computers, so much the better. This is the future way of learning. Students, the present circumstances present us the opportunity to be responsible in our use of the smartphone, computers, and the internet. For too long, young people have hidden behind parents and elders who insist that they keep rules. Students, you must step up to it and take decisions which are for your good. You naturally know what is good and what is not. Choose what is good for you. Use the technology and internet in ways which are beneficial for you and your friends. realizing that using these wrongly will spoil your lives and you. Unfortunately, we suffer from our own misuse. No one can save you from the consequence of your choices. You are finally responsible and will have to be with whom you grow up to be. The holidays are upon us, and holidays are also very important. We must take a break from constant work if we are to really work well when we need to. So even given the limitations on travel, etc., we may have this year, plan out how to have a good time. While a certain amount of doing nothing is good, it can also lead to boredom, which is not positive. So planning is important even for holidays. So please plan with those around you to help you with constructive things to do. The teachers will host on the Google Classroom, which you probably have entered, various constructive activities for your benefit. Kindly use them. Please especially focus on the following, which are vital for your future lives and career. 1. Fluency in communicating in English, that is, reading, understanding, writing, speaking. 2. Your capability in maths until class 9 and 10 level is a must for all careers. If you are finding this difficult, please work at it now. General knowledge linked to events of today. So read the newspapers and watch international news. Know what's happening around the world and know the links to events in history. 4. Analytic reasoning or problem solving, what in school terms we refer to as hot questions, the type of questions you get in assets. The ability to have this type of reasoning is a must. I thank especially too the parents who have made the communication between the teachers and parents possible. Thank you to the 130 parents or so who have been such an important link. So God bless you. Students, parents, and teachers, let us pray for each other and pray for the world. Let us spread goodwill and support to each other. Thank you. Have a good holiday.